Welcome to the first lesson of Knitting with May and Colleen. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May.
And May is a non-knitter, so I'm going to teach her how to knit. And our lesson today is how to do the long tail cast on. So we have to get the yarn onto the needles, so that's what we're going to do. Now, if you use a ball of yarn like this is Bernat Handicrafter, you can take the label off and just work from the outside. And that will work. The thing is, there is a trick that you could put the ball of yarn in a bowl and then it'll just flop around in there. If you don't do that, then it's going to kind of roll all over. So you have to be careful. There's another way to do it, and I'm going to have May do that with me, and that is to pull the center out of the ball. So you just kind of dig your fingers in and pull out. Sometimes you get a whole lot coming out. It's okay. You'll find the end. So when you see it say Bernat, you're going to look and you're going to grab to the left-hand side. So you're just going to pull it out. So I've pulled mine out. There it is. And I've found the end. So May,
there we go.
You're going to pull it out.
And how much do we need to pull out? If you're
At this point in time, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So I think you're good.
Okay.
Yep, you're perfect. All right.
That's a cool little trick.
It is a cool little trick.
So glad you're learning along with me.
And May, I know she's going to do a good job because she can handle a lot of new crafts. And so I think she'll do great with this. Now, the first thing we have to do is we have to put a slip knot onto our knitting needle. That's the first thing. So don't worry about right now how long the tail is because we're just going to do a few stitches. And the first thing we have to do is make a slip knot. So you're going to make a loop around and then come from behind. Grab that, hold on to the tail, and make the loop.
I think that's too big of a loop.
It is. So where's your tail?
Just pull it down then if it's
Hold
too
on
big.
to the tail and pull the tail and tighten it. There you go. And it'll tighten it right up. Okay. So grab your yarn and then you're going to kind of make a loop. So I'm taking my right hand over my left and then I pull this yarn from behind, bring it through, and just pull the end tight. So let's do that a couple more times. So right hand and left hand, bring my right hand over top of my left, bring the yarn in my right hand through the loop that you made, and then hold on to the tail and pull. One more time.
Now I know, Colleen, when you told me how to do this before, you had said don't pull it all the way through.
Right, that's a good thing. So let's take a look. So there's my tail. When I'm talking about the tail, I'm talking about this part. All right, so I'm going to wrap around and then I'm going to take this from behind, pull it through. Now the tail end is here. I'm going to hold on tight and pull, and that's going to allow it because you need to have both ends of your yarn able to tighten that loop. Okay, so hold the two ends. Perfect. Now take your right hand and loop it over. Yep, you're doing it exactly right. And then take that yarn that's in your right hand and put it through the loop that's on your left. Perfect. And then hold the end. Yes, excellent. And make your slip knot. Tighten it up. Good job. That's good. Now what will help is the knitting needle is going to help you keep that tight. Good. There's your slip knot. Okay, so now we're going to take the knitting needle and insert that in and then just pull the one end and it'll tighten it right up.
Does it matter which knitting needle?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
No.
And then you put it around the knitting needle
Yes.
and then you tighten that up.
Now, there's a 50-50 chance that she got this right. So let's take a look. So when she sits it this way, we want, she got it!
Yeah.
Not
on purpose.
You want the tail to be closest to you. Okay?
Okay, and this is the tail here. The tail is the one that's not attached to the yarn.
Attached to the yarn. Perfect.
All right.
All right. Now, here we go. Long tail cast on. So the first thing you want to do is grab your yarn, maybe a couple, 3 inches down. So far, so good. Then you're going to take your pointer finger and you're going to take your thumb and put it in the middle. So it's going to look just like that. So far, so good. Okay, now drop it down so it looks like it is a slingshot. I've grabbed the yarn my pointer finger and my thumb are through, and then we're ready like a slingshot. So I go under the one on my thumb, over the one on my finger, and then I come back through the hole and pull it tight. And then back to slingshot. So under the one on my thumb, over the one on my finger, through the hole, and tighten. Back to slingshot. Under the one on my thumb, over the one on my finger, through the hole, pull tight, and slingshot. Under the one on my thumb, over the one on my finger, back through the hole, and there we go. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches on my needle. Now, the trick is we are going to have 40 stitches on our needle. And as a result, you have to have an idea when you do a long tail cast on, how much do I leave? Do I leave this much? Do I leave this much? What do I do? There's a number of ways, but I'm going to give you one that works really well. So this might be something you want to jot down in your little book. If you bought yourself one, you're going to wrap the yarn around your needle the number of times you need. Now, if you're making a big sweater, you can't do this, but we only need 40 stitches. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of space. I'm going to hold my knitting needle here, and then I need 40 stitches, so I'm going to wrap around 40 times.
I'll do this with you.
Perfect, that sounds good. Just count her up, and don't count out loud because we'll be confused. Okay, I'm at 40.
There we go.
Oh my goodness, I'm at 40. Now, how are you doing?
Good, I'm at 40.
How long is yours? Let's take a look. So don't lose that.
Okay.
How long? It's pretty close. We're
Yeah.
pretty good. So it's a good estimate. So now at the top of that, you want to make your slip knot. Grab your yarn, and then you're going to kind of make a loop. So I'm taking my right hand over my left, and then I pull this yarn from behind, bring it through, and just pull the end tight. All right, so once again, we're going to long tail cast on. I've got the side with the end to my left and the side with the ball to the right. And we're going to go through and we are going to do long tail cast on, and we're going to put 40 stitches on the needle.
So you come down, hold the little taut, make it like a slingshot.
Yep. Bring the slingshot down. Perfect.
There, and you go around.
Under,
over,
through the hole.
through the hole. Pull.
Beautiful.
There you go. Taut.
There you go. Under,
And then slingshot.
over, through the hole.
Oh, oh, it just came out.
That's okay. So
just
here's
lost
what
a stitch
happened.
already.
She lost a stitch. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
She's just going to put it back on. I've grabbed the yarn, my pointer finger and my thumb are through, and then we're ready like a slingshot. So I go under the one on my thumb, over the one on my finger, and then I come back through the hole and pull it tight. And then back to slingshot. So under the one on my thumb, over the one on my finger, through the hole, and tighten. Under, over, through the hole, and pull. Beautiful.
Okay, and
So now you're snug. You're going to do the same thing. Under, over, through the hole. Fantastic.
and I'll just keep doing that till I get to 40. You
Absolutely.
don't need to watch. It's painful watching me do this to 40. So I will come off
She's
camera.
doing a great job.
And I will make
So that is the end of our first video. Your homework is to get 40 stitches onto your needle. And that's it. And so what's going to happen is you can practice and practice and practice long tail cast
At your
on
own speed.
at your own speed. And then once you feel comfortable and you've got your 40 stitches on, then go to lesson 2, because that's the lesson where you actually learn how to knit stitches.